Good afternoon, folks. It's Friday, and I'm joined here with Matt Fridy. Matt is a friend of mine from law school at Cumberland. He lives in Shelby County. He's a lawyer, and he serves in the State House of Representatives. But Matt, now you're looking for something else. You're running statewide for the Alabama Court of Civil Appeals. The 2020 election, which is getting here soon. You've been campaigning around Coleman today.
Yep.
Why don't you tell our viewers a little bit about yourself and the job you're seeking?
Absolutely. Again, my name is Matt Fridy. I'm running for the Alabama Court of Civil Appeals. It's a statewide office. There are 5 members of the court, and one of the judges has decided not to seek re-election next year, so it's going to be an open seat that I'm running for. Very excited to be running statewide and getting to meet a lot of folks. It's great to reconnect with folks that I went to law school with, like Champ, and just having a great time getting around the state. Had a wonderful time today in Coleman meeting folks, had some great barbecue, just having a good time.
Now, Matt, I know tonight you're going back home. You're going to have some family time.
Yep.
You and your wife have 5 children. Is that
we
right?
do. We do.
So you're going to get plenty of rest tonight.
That's right. That's right. It's there's nothing better than when you walk in the house and one of the children sees you and they yell, "Dad's home," and then the other 4 pick up the chant and they start yelling, "Dad's home," and next thing I know, I've got 5 children just climbing all over me. But it's great. And they're all under the age of 13, and so it is a loud household. But it's a lot of fun.
And then you're getting back up early tomorrow morning, and you're coming back to Coleman to the breakfast. And I know our legislative delegation and local office holders are going to be there. It's a big state, isn't it?
It is a huge state, and you wouldn't gather just how big it is by looking at a map.
That's
right. There's a lot of space in between the towns and cities.
So the Court of Civil Appeals, what types of cases does the Court of Civil Appeals handle?
Court of Civil Appeals handles appeals from DHR type matters, family law matters. It handles appeals from workers' compensation cases. It handles administrative appeals from administrative agencies. And then it also handles any case where the amount in controversy is $50,000 or less. It only handles civil cases. It does not handle any criminal cases. There's a Court of Criminal Appeals as well, where the criminal cases go.
Separate. Yeah.
It's separate. Also, the Court of Civil Appeals handles any kind of civil case that the Supreme Court decides to deflect to it.
And it's in Montgomery,
right.
but handles cases from all over the state of Alabama.
That's correct.
Now, I have people ask me sometimes when we talk about appeals, with the Court of Appeals doesn't retry cases. It's a court of record. Tell our viewers what that means.
Well, what that means is that your evidence is entered at the trial court. The judge makes rulings on whether something should be allowed in or not, who should be allowed to testify, and then makes a final judgment. What the appellate court does, the court that I'm running for, the Court of Civil Appeals does, is review the record and make sure there weren't any mistakes of law that were made. Did the judge accidentally let in or improperly let in some evidence that shouldn't have been let in that impacted the case? The Court of Civil Appeals and the Supreme Court, for that matter, they don't retry the case. They don't say whether the jury got it right or got it wrong. They decide the technical issues as was the case handled appropriately, was the proper law applied, and was it applied in the proper way.
And you've worked at the court before. You started out, or I know for several years, you were a staff attorney at the Court of Civil Appeals. I was.
I've practiced law for about 18 years now, as you well know, since we graduated together.
Yeah.
But I was really fortunate to be able to work on the Court of Civil Appeals and the Supreme Court as a staff attorney for about 7 years. Bulk of that time was on the Court of Civil Appeals, the court that I'm running for.
Great. Well, we wish you the best. Matt Fridy, Alabama Court of Civil Appeals. Thanks for being with us today, Matt.
Thank you so much for having me.
Great to see you.
Great to see you.